running. The Javanese had remained faithful to their old tram for 85 years, and it had long outlived a more modern electric version installed in the 20s. The line started at Ujung next to the harbour, where the scene appeared unchanged since the tramway had been built. Compared to the schooners moored alongside, the 19th century tram could still pretend to be in the vanguard of progress. Neat colonial villas lined the streets, where the steam tram bustled through this little Holland in the tropics. Surabaya had become the last city in the world to be served by a steam tram. The tram paused briefly at Kebon Rojo station, little more than a shack, but still boasting a station master and a clerk. The tram was mainly used by market stallholders from the island of Madura, who would have found it difficult to transport their wares by bus. The steam tram depot at Wonokromo dated from 1913 and housed the last two survivors. As we filmed number 1240 being loaded up with wood for its next trip, we were unaware of the local children monopolizing our microphone, a case of better heard than seen.
Hello? 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 Hello?
Shortage of wood fuel meant that locally mined dusty brown coal was also used to fire up these tiny machines. As with the rest of Java's locomotives, the Dutch built a few prototype tram engines themselves, but then had the series production built elsewhere, this time in Britain, at the Bayer Peacock Works in Manchester. Conveniently for the locomotive historian, one example of each remained to the end. At the end of his shift, the driver dutifully drove into a shed without doors or roof, more as a ritual than for any practical reason, since no protection at all was offered to its antique occupants. The garish blue paint and modern advertising did little to conceal the fact that engine and coaches together formed a perfect period train from the turn of the century.
Ayo, tak selayo, bukan? Oh, wes. Wes. Hindi.
Economic development and local road improvements made it inevitable that the tram would soon become redundant. And in due course, in 1977, the Surabaya steam tram ran for the last time. But while it still ran, it ruled the Surabaya marketplace, and the rickshaws or fat jacks kept well clear as the tram chuffed importantly by. The tram still had priority and faced the traffic head-on down a one-way street just to make the point. Nowadays, all